Tony Khan's 400th big announcement since he started AEW, but it's actually a big announcement this time for once. Now, this story may age like a fine milk by the time this by the time this podcast comes out, because we're recording this Wednesday afternoon. The Dynamite, where the actual announcement happening, is a few hours away. But what we believe the announcement will be, or what everyone is suspecting it is the announcement of AEW's third show, which is going to be called Collision, and it's going to be on Saturday nights, and CM Punk is going to return on that Collision show whenever it happens in June. I think it's June anyway. So it also looks like Tony is splitting the rosters, because I don't know. I don't know why he's splitting the rosters. It doesn't really. No one's happy WWE's doing it, so maybe Tony's doing it. But is it just to keep Punk and the EVPs away? That seems rather extreme.
Well, I read. Somebody said, "Where'd you read it?" Well, I wrote it down. I read it back to myself. I read that they had like 163 talents under that they've signed agreements, not necessarily contracts. But he's got 163, and I don't know why you would need 163 talents. But he certainly, it's about time that he had a different, a branch off somewhere. The Ring of Honor thing he took over. Is that Collision or no?
No. Ring of Honor is going to be Ring of Honor, and that will remain on the Ring of Honor over-the-top streaming service that's subscribed to about 10,000 people. So Ring of Honor is just away on the sidelines.
But he's stocking that.
Yeah, he's keeping it. No, yeah.
Okay, but Ring of Honor is Ring of Honor. Yeah. They're kind of separate from AEW.
Yes.
Collision will be an AEW show.
Yes.
Okay, what's going to happen to Rampage?
So Rampage, what we believe at this time, as I say, this could all turn out to be nonsense in a few hours, is it's now going to... Right, so AEW had two shows that was YouTube only, Dark and the other one. I've forgotten the name. Elevation. And so apparently all those people who only seem to ever appear on Dark and Elevation, all these new names, all these names that just never appear on the main shows, are now going to be on Rampage. And I suppose my question is you watch Rampage every week.
Yeah.
Rampage is dead as an entity, so I suppose you might as well just fill it with... Only the hardcores watch it, so you might as well fill it with a roster full of people that only the hardcores would watch either way. Or it's almost like an NXT developmental thing that they're doing with it now, it seems.
Well, Rampage is not the most exciting show. It used to be a lot better, but now... They have one match on there, which is okay, but the matches go. See, what I notice about AEW, the matches go, they cut out the entrances, and the match might go 15 minutes, which is okay if you got the talent in there that can do it. See, WWE, they may have a match over in 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and they're gone to commercial, and they're bringing that next match out there. They're rolling. I didn't say it was exciting, but they're moving. AEW will break in the middle of a match. And this is what I hate to do. They put picture inside, what's it called?
Picture in picture.
Picture in picture. And you can see what's going on, but you can't hear the commentary, which makes me realize, hell, you need commentary on some of this stuff to brighten it up. But Rampage is, and they do use some good talent on Rampage. But this is what happens to me. I come from SmackDown with the big screen over the entrance and the bright lights and the spotlights and the crowds. And then I go to Rampage with it looks like one ring light with like 100-watt bulb over the ring. It's more than that, quite naturally. But it looks so dark. It cannot match the production qualities of WWE.
As said before, it seems that there's going to be maybe not a draft, but a roster split to keep CM Punk on Collision and maybe Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks on Dynamite. And my question was, wasn't there some sort of saying in wrestling that you never hated somebody bad enough to not make money with them? But apparently that doesn't exist anymore in this day and age. You can hate somebody that much.
Oh, yeah. I've seen a lot of guys hate each other, but they would go out every night because they were making money and they'd work with each other. Apparently in AEW, they've broken that. And now if you just hate somebody, they just don't work together anymore. But I think now if they did work together, they would be, I mean, Tony could force them to work if he wanted to. And that's what I'm saying. He needs to step up and be a boss. Why would he leave money laying on the table? It's been, what, six to 8 months since it's happened?
September, so 8 months, yeah.
Okay. Get over it, guys. I mean, we're all adults here. We're not like kindergartners. And kindergartners would have forgotten it by now and went about their business.
Okay, I'm going to ask you this, actually, Dutch. So, right, as one of the greatest living bookers in the wrestling business, how would you deal with this? Let's say you eventually get Punk and the EVPs in the same room, talking again, they finally agreed to do a match. How would you do that to best generate income? Would it be a slow build? Would you, I don't know, like one invade the other company or whatever? How would you do it?
Well, if I'm starting a new show and CM Punk's on there kind of by himself, I just have one of them invade the show and take it over.
First day?
No, not the first day. I would have to say that I would put it out on social media now that we have that it's not forgotten. We're not going to forget this. Then third week, fourth weekend, see how it's doing. Then do that. Then take him out, and show him police escorting him out. Maybe even put him in a car and arrest him because he had no business being there. Now that he has attention, he has the press now saying that, CM Punk thinks he won. Well, he didn't win. And go from there. And then work it up to where they come face to face. They have a big pull apart. Then take it and then finally go to a pay-per-view with it.
With the arresting
shouldn't be hard to book it.
With the arresting thing, I don't know if I'm just stealing this with Steve Austin, but you don't arrest him the first time, you arrest him on the second time. Because the first time you attack, and then you have so many weeks in between, replaying it and talking about it and saying something to the effect of, if you come here again, let's say if Kenny's going over to Collision to attack CM Punk, you will be arrested. And then you can have weeks of where he's threatening to do it, or he's not got caught, and man, you could spin that out for
That's what I'm saying. It kind of writes itself. So you can pick the flow of it as you want or as you feel it should go and go from there. But I do think there's still money in that because it's something happened that didn't look like it was supposed to happen. And that's where you get the people because you get them in that never, never land. Is this real or is it sketched out? So if you get them there, and believe me, it's easy to get people to make stuff look real. Use real cops, really arrest the guy. I mean, then they have a record of it. Then of all the dirt sheet writers, they want to go and they said, no, they arrested the guy. It's on record. So, but I think that's the way I would book it.